Today we have, I think, the 8th roster update already of NBA 2K25. This year's been going by fast, and honestly, this is one of the more controversial ones they have ever done. I'll explain to you why in a second. Que pasa to the pack? It is Pack here. If you like NBA 2K25 news, rosters, and updates, please join the pack and subscribe. Let me give you an explanation of why this is a controversial one. So we have made a complaint this year that 2K really isn't downgrading players. They've done a lot of upgrades, and in fact, rating inflation has been insane. I think they hurt us because we have a lot of crazy downgrades in this roster update. Let's go. We start off with the Philadelphia 76ers, as I always do, of course. Paul George -1. He has been hella inconsistent this season. We do have Yabusele +1 for the first time ever in the 80 overall club. He's been cool because I remember seeing flashes of him during the Olympics, and I was thinking, why isn't he on an NBA team? Here he is with the Sixers thriving. And then we have Justin Edwards +3. The 76ers, however, are not thriving. They might not make the playoffs this year. For the Milwaukee Bucks, a single upgrade, which is Bobby Portis +1. He is the third best player on this team. I do think that Kuzma, expect him to get an upgrade pretty soon. He has never been a #1 option player, which is what the Wizards kind of needed of him. But when he was on the Lakers, he was very good as a third, fourth option. Here he is in the Bucks, required to be the third, fourth option. I think he's going to thrive, and he's already showing a little bit of glimpses of that. And honestly, the Bucks will need him to do that if they want to win a chip. For the Chicago Bulls, who are officially in rebuild mode, Nikola Vucevic -1, Kobe White +1, Giddey +1, Jalen Smith goes +1, and then Matas Buzelis, who is the dunk contest guy who did bad, +2. I mean, that dude's like 6'10", as you can see, and athletic. So that's good. I mean, his future looks pretty bright. Overall, rebuild mode for the Bulls. For the Cavaliers, Donovan Mitchell +1. Donovan Mitchell has been cooking with the Cavs. DeAndre Hunter, I cannot believe they got DeAndre Hunter, bro. +1 for him. Of course, he's playing well. He was already playing well, and now he's on a good team. It's insane. Max Strus +2, and then Jalen Tyson +2 as well. Yeah, the Cavs are terrifying right now. The Boston Celtics, we have Derek White +1, Drew Holiday -1. Drew Holiday, scoring-wise and efficiency-wise, has gone down dramatically. He's still a great defender, but there's no more era, I think, of the Celtics having 5 guys almost in the 90 overall club. I think Drew Holiday is going to be going down for the foreseeable future. We do have Luke Cornett +1. Overall, this team, to me personally, is still the favorites to win the championship again. Hey, we're doing a giveaway if you want to win 75,000 VC. I'm picking one lucky winner. All you have to do is follow us and also comment done in the comments. And I'm picking a winner this Friday. I'll make sure to reply to your done message to let you know if you won. For the LA Clippers, Kawhi Leonard -2. The poor guy is always hurt, and yes, his efficiency has been a little low. But again, it's tough because he's been hurt, and so you can never know how good he is when he's finally healthy. I think there's no denying that James Harden for the Clippers this season has been the best player as of today. Norman Powell has been great. That's why he got a +1, and they're tied. But I think if you had to pick one, I would say James Harden today has been the best player. Even if his efficiency is low, the offense he's creating has been fantastic. Derrick Jones Jr. now on the front page of the team, +1 for him. I mean, the Clippers are looking good if Kawhi can stay healthy. Okay, are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? The Grizzlies, Jaren Jackson Jr. now a 91 overall +2, and then John Morant -2 now a 90 overall, making Triple J the best player on the Grizzlies. Oh, buddy, I don't know about all of that. Jaren Jackson Jr. is averaging 25. Morant's averaging 20. Yes, Jaren Jackson Jr. is an amazing defender. Like, these are things that we know, but I'm not willing to just give up best player already to Jaren Jackson Jr. I think Ja's probably still the better player. Zach Edey +1. Now the 4th best player on this team, firmly on a good team. Pretty good rookie, if I had to say so myself. For the Atlanta Hawks, Dyson Daniels +1. Now the 2nd best player on the Hawks, and the guy that can get the most steals in the league. The #1 pick +2 to a 79 overall. finally shooting well at this point in the year. He's going to need to do a lot more of that to meet the potential of a number 1 pick though. Karis LeVert -1 and Terrence Mann also goes -1. The Miami Heat, Bam Adebayo +1, now making him tied as the best player with Tyler Hero, which I think is valid. We do have Duncan Robinson -1 and then Kyle Anderson -1. Overall, this team is clearly worse without Jimmy Butler, but we'll wait and see with the playoffs. You know how Eric Spoelstra is. For the Charlotte Hornets, we have Miles Bridges +1, Mark Williams -1, Nurkic going -1, obviously, and then Nick Smith Jr. +3. Overall, this team sucks, regardless. For the Utah Jazz, Lauri Markkanen -1, Jordan Clarkson +1, Keontae George +1, Filipowski goes +1, Isaiah Collier +2. Tons of changes, but regardless, this team is stuck in the West and they have no chance of being a playoff team. The Sacramento Kings, we have Domantas Sabonis out of the 90 overall club -1, which I don't know if I agree with. He does so much more than just scoring. Zach LaVine so far not doing great on the Kings -1. Jonas Valanciunas -2. The issue with him is that he's just playing very few minutes. I can't really tell if he's good or not because he plays 15 minutes a game. And then Keon Ellis -1. The Kings have made a huge gamble letting Fox go. We're going to have to wait and see if it pays off by the end of the year. For the Knicks, only change, Precious Achiuwa. The Lakers, now that they have Luka Doncic, we're seeing Austin Reeves go up +285 overall. Massive upgrade change for Austin Reeves. Rui Hachimura +1, 80 overall club member. Jared Vanderbilt +1. Gabe Vincent +3. Bro remembered how to play basketball. Jackson Hayes +2. He's automatically going to go up now that he has Luka Doncic giving him lobs. And then Shake Milton +1. I haven't said Shake Milton's name since he was on the Sixers. Oh, and they picked up Alex Len. So very new look Lakers. Oh my God, the Magic, who've just been riddled with injuries. I feel bad for Paolo. -1. I mean, he was playing out of his mind at the start of the year, and now he's not even the best player on the Magic, which is just crazy. Cole Anthony also going +1, and then Kentavious Caldwell-Pope -1. The Magic are going to be good now that they're healthy. They should be back on the come up, but they just got really screwed with injuries this year. For the Mavericks, we have Daniel Gafford -1 and injured. We have Max Christie going +2. Honestly, a good acquisition from the Lakers for the future. It just, I don't know if that was worth Luka Doncic, but yeah. Klay Thompson finding some form +1. Dante Exum, they're needing him now that, you know, there's been injuries on the team and now a change of the roster. Exum's getting a lot more minutes, +3 to a 78 overall. And then Prosper going +2. For the Nets, we have Day'Ron Sharpe +1, Keon Johnson going +2, Jalen Wilson +1. A couple changes for the Nets, nothing too important really. This team is in tank mode. The Nuggets, who have really been playing well lately, Jamal Murray +1, playing like the face he's making. Michael Porter Jr. +2, huge upgrade for him. Christian Braun +1. He's averaging in the last 10 games 20 points on 60% from the field. Also, a quick note, anytime I ever mention stats, it's always the last 10 games. Strother going +2, and then DeAndre Jordan +1. When's the last time he got a +1 in his career? Nuggets are looking pretty good. The Pacers, who I believe have been winning lately, you have a lot of downgrades, like Tyrese Halliburton -1, now making Siakam the best player. Miles Turner -1. Andrew Nembhard +1. But Mathurin no plus anything, which is crazy because he's been playing so well. I can't believe Nembhard's in a higher rating than him right now. We have TJ McConnell -1, and then Thomas Bryant +1. For the Pelicans, very simple stuff. Trey Murphy III +1, 86 overall Trey Murphy. Now, in fairness, they lose Ingram, so he has more opportunities to score, and they suck, right? But 86 is still really high rating. Missy going -1, but he's a rookie, so that's normal. Overall, not many changes for the Pelicans. For the Pistons, Cade Cunningham, another upgrade, +1 for him, dude. Thompson +1 into the 80 overall club for the first time, I believe, ever. Tobias Harris +1. Dennis Schroeder -2, the most hated man in basketball right now. And then Marcus Sasser -1. Overall, though, the Pistons are looking fantastic regardless. For the Raptors, we have RJ Barrett -1. I disagree with that. 20 points a game on 53% from the field. I don't know why they would downgrade him. Jacoby Walter going +2. Jonathan Mogbo +1, and then Jamal Shahid +2. I have not said any of those three names at all at any point this year until now. So, yeah. The Rockets, who have been struggling lately, Jalen -1. Now Thompson is higher than Jalen. That is crazy. crazy. That I never thought that would happen. Dylan Brooks, +1. Fred VanVleet, -2. Steven Adams going +1. And then Jacques Landale, +1. Their depth is still insane, but just surprise of Thompson over Green now. The Spurs, who are breaking my heart. I really want them to make the play-in, but I don't think that's happening. Chris Paul, -1. He's just old. Castle has been fantastic, +1. I'd argue he's been the third best player on the Spurs this season. He should probably be higher than Vassell. And then Julian Champagnie, -1. For the Suns, Nick Richards, -1. Bol getting actual serious minutes, +1. I'd argue he might need to be a little higher. Good for him. And then the rookie Ryan Dunn, -1. Overall, the Suns kind of in the same place as the Spurs, struggling to even make the play. The Thunder, just there's so many good things. I mean, Chet came back. Lou Dort, +1. Aaron Wiggins, +1. Entering the 80 overall club for the first time. Jalen Williams, +1. Kenrich Williams, +1. Just, I'm tired of the Thunder being good. Everyone's good on this team. It's insane. And they have every pick ever. It's an obnoxious team. The Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards, +1. He's averaging 33 points a game these last 10 games. He's been on fire. Gobert, +1. Jaden McDaniels, +2. Naz Reid, +2. 18 points per game in the last 10 games. He's finally playing well. Alexander Walker, +1. Jalen Clark, +5. And Luka Garza, +1. The Blazers, who have been winning lately, is very interesting. DeAndre Ayton's been playing very efficiently, very well when he has played, +1 for him. Scoot Henderson finally playing good basketball, +1. 80 overall club member for the first time since he was a rookie. So last year. Denny going -2. It was crazy that for a little bit he was the best player on the Blazers rating wise. And then Kamara, +1. The Blazers are looking good. I mean, it's kind of too late in the year for anything to happen, but they're looking good. Oh, the Warriors. Pod, who's getting starter minutes, +1. Quinton Post, +6. Now the same rating as Buddy Hield, which I feel is probably wrong. That probably isn't right, but whatever. 8 points in 15 minutes. I don't see how he can be the same rating as Buddy Hield, but that's just me. Gary Payton II, -1. And then Trace Jackson Davis going -2. And finally, the worst team in basketball, the Wizards. Chris Middleton, -1, now in prison. Bilal Coulibaly, +1. Really one of the only ones doing well. Corey Crispert's also one of the only people doing well, +1. But then you have Brogdon, -2. Carlton Carrington, +2. Kaishan George, +2. But like, no one really deserves it besides maybe Crispert. This team's been pretty bad. Losing, Kuzma. They are just in free fall right now. Okay, guys, that is the roster update. What do you guys think with 2K? Do you agree or disagree? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this channel, please give it a sub, and I'll see you guys next time.